Hello, everyone. It's time for another health nibble. We are on number 19, I think, today. So we're going to be talking about probiotics and the gut-brain connection. So I'm going to pass it over to Dr. Nagel, and he's going to explain some of the latest things that we've been learning.
Okay, well, for years now, I think maybe 10 years, we've anytime we had some neurodegenerative things, or kids with Alzheimer's, kids with autism, or patients with Alzheimer's, or kids with spectrum disorders, we would give them this sheet on the gut-brain connection. It's called gut syndrome. But so we've known for a long, long time that the gut health and the brain health are totally connected. So in this, I think it was it May or June we went?
May.
May, we went to a systemic formulas seminar in Ogden, Utah, and learned about what they call the psychobiome. And so it's really interesting how we've always known it, but they had some research, and they've been able to culture some bacteria that have an impact on psychological function. So so the gut and the brain actually communicate through dendrites and other. I know that's a technical term, but there are mechanisms where the gut will tell the brain what it needs, and the brain will send the gut what it needs. So really neat stuff. So the group of doctors that I train with, or Health Centers of the Future Platinum doctors, they actually took this new product, which is what this is about. It's called the Neurobiotic, and you can't see it because of the sun. You can't see it because of the sun. No. So it's called Neurobiotic, trust me. And so they...
Yeah. Nope. Maybe a little bit. Neurobiotic, okay.
So there aren't any randomized, double-blind randomized controlled trials on this product, but the science showing the connection of certain strains and psychological health is strong, and then you create products, and then eventually you test them. But we did, there were case studies done that were very favorable, that we had, psychological improvements.
Amazing stuff. Though.
Yeah, really amazing stuff when taking the probiotics. So, there's great research on fecal transplants where you take like healthy poop and you put it into an unhealthy person, and it can reverse dementia and Alzheimer's, and downregulate autoimmunity or stop the expression of autoimmunity. So, I mean, this research is really strong, but now they're looking to put it into a probiotic and actually figure out what bacteria are, helping what sort of symptoms and psychological symptoms. So, anyway, the other point is we've talked about being on probiotics, because in nature 10,000 years ago you would drink water from the streams and it would have bacteria. You just, you wouldn't be sanitizing everything, which is part of the problem with human health, is things are too clean. But another problem is when you artificially take these probiotics, and if you're taking the same strains all the time, you actually create monocultures, which would never happen in nature. You wouldn't have constant exposure to the same strains, and so that causes problems on its own. So, years ago we would teach that find a good probiotic and stay on it forever. That's not what we're teaching anymore. So once again, the science has changed, and so we're changing with it. So we recommend rotating every month or two with good probiotics. This one is called the Neurobiotic, so it really affects, it has some strains in it that really affect...
Three strains in there that really help.
Yeah, that really help. And it's enterically coated, so it, you take it and it doesn't die as it goes through the digestive tract. It releases in the gut where it's supposed to. And as when we have people that are really sick that come in, whether it be autoimmunity, autism, dementia, Alzheimer's, looking at gut health and trying to restore that gut health, or actually restoring the gut health, is definitely one of our goals, and this is one of the things we use to do that. So
Okay, so if you've been on the same probiotic for a long period of time, make sure you switch it up. Make sure you get a good quality probiotic. This is a really, really good one. We just learned all about it. If you're interested in more information about the science behind, probiotics, and especially this one, the neurobiotic, just put interested in the comments, and I think that's it.
yeah, one thing just popped in my head. This is just a little tidbit of information. When we were at this psychobiome seminar, they showed some research that showed that kids that were bullied, it actually changed their microbiome. And we know that changing the microbiome can change the psychology, so it's pretty interesting that it can happen both ways. And that's where, you look at the patient as a whole, and stress and stressful situations can drive disease. So keep that in mind. It's not just, you get the gut square and everything's going to be good. Stress hormones, mental stress, being bullied, we've seen in studies changes the microbiome, which can change everything. So
It's all connected.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you tomorrow for our next Health Nibble.